Hello and welcome to Managerzone's Tips and Tricks, episode number 4. Today I will talk about how to pick youth players and how to train them. I have two different views on this. One is to get a strong youth team up and running, and one is to get as much profit as possible. There are slight difference how to pick and how to train in those two cases. I'm very excited. I'm here at when the youth comes at 12 o'clock here in Sweden, because this is one of my favorite part of Managerzone is to pick your youth and to train your youth. I really enjoy that. Okay, to start off, I want to show you some forum posts. So basically what you do, you go to community, football forums, and you pick English. In the Managerzone talk, there is an epic thread that's pinned, and this is a guide how to build a competitive youth team. This one is super nice, and I have taken a lot of ideas how to build my own team from this topic. So big shout out to Douglas Campbell. Oh yeah, I don't really know, but yeah, you can see here. I will not go into depth how to strategize your full youth team, but I suggest if you want to get competitive, you start here. Such an amazing topic. Okay, so let's start on how to pick your youth. You go to youth exchange. Sometimes when I have this script enabled, it looks a bit weird when I press see new youth. So it shows like this. If this happens, I will just go here to this and disable the script and refresh the page, and it looks way better. It also sometimes the script is spoils what they're gonna get when you do the scout report, so that's no fun either. Okay, so when I'm picking a youth player, I start to check on the scout report. So let's see what I get here. Start nice and 3 training speeds, I like that. Shooting stamina, LP2, not the greatest combo, because if I have low stamina, I can have that on my attackers, but rarely on my defenders, so this doesn't look that good for me. Let's see what we can get. Okay, play intelligence and heading. Okay, for me now, I have to decide, is this either a player I want to keep for my youth team or to make profit? Regarding the stars on this player, I would say it's hard to get some really big bucks for this player, since shooting goes so well with heading, and even if you get good heading, intelligence, and let's say tackle, it's still gonna be bad because of the LP2 stamina. So this way, I will not pick this to make profit. Let's see what is my criteria to pick a youth player for my youth team. The most important part for me for my youth team is the total number of balls, and also where they are placed, and also when I count my total number of balls, I check set place and I check keeping, because I don't think they do almost anything for my players. So for me, when I count it, I count this as a 10 balls total player. For me, if it's under 15, It's very rarely I take them unless they have really high play intelligence and high training speed. So this player for me is a no on both regards. So let's see the next one. Oh, I really like play intelligence 3 already. Like I don't like to train that on my youth players, so have that from the start. See, 16 total balls and -3, so 13. 3 better than the one we saw before. But let's see the report. Oh, a 4. This is starting really good. So 4 stars is really important for youth. I would say, because that gives, if you compare that to 1 star or a 2 star, you get around 3 more balls each year. So that's 9 extra balls compared. Okay, let's see. Can it be a 2? Okay, ball control. Maybe tackle and aerial passing. HP4 would be the best for me right now. Okay, not bad, not bad. This one is a keeper for me 100%. It is not 100% perfect for anything, but with some good luck with maxings, you can actually make a good profit because it has good high potential and decent low potential for a defender. And he will also train really fast. So right now I will go to my player's profile, where I already have done some pre-ordering with my notes here, what I'm gonna save and not. And I know, even though this have a 21 total skills, I'm gonna change this because I don't need I don't need something with shooting on ball control more in this year, and I think heading is kind of important to get good pay right now for youth. So this one is on the edge of saving. So I will actually take this one with 13 total skill balls instead, because this is yeah, I hate when it's low play intelligence for most of them. And yeah, as you can see, this has 11 skills total. So 155 I will trade out. And just make sure that this is the correct one. It looks good, and I got a successful swap today. Sweet. Okay, not a good start on this one. Maybe if it have 4 stars and decent in training speed and decent high and low potential, I could save this one if it has really nice training speed. But most likely, if it's not very good stars, I'm gonna reject this player just based alone on the total skill balls. It's 11 since I have 1 keeping. But you never know. Sometimes you get some insane luck and you can get 2 swaps in the same, and sometimes you can go maybe, I think I have 8 in a row where I didn't trade a single player last season. Okay, 3 is good. Okay, yeah, this is most likely not the keeper. Yeah, for me this is a no. It would not give any profit, almost 100% sure, and it will not be the best youth player by a mile. So reject. Okay, so here I have shown you how I pick my youth players. I think it's super important to do this every week, because the longer time it goes, the less experience they will have when they are 17 and 18. So I try to do this every Tuesday. At most of the time, I'm actually awake to 12 o'clock because this is super fun for me. Yeah, that's how I do my tradings. So let's go. How do I train my players for my youth team? Some of the times you can have like already sheet what you wanna train a player. So if you go to your players and maybe you take this one. This is a player I think is gonna be my winger, ytter in Swedish, and that's because he has speed and aerial passing as high potential, even though he has low stamina and ball control, because that's good enough on youth level. So when it comes to a youth team that you want to get as strong as possible, I would suggest one main attribute and stamina. They are the absolute most important thing you can go for first, to get two of them up at as high as possible, as quickly as possible. So in my this player, I will focus on aerial passing, stamina, and since I like speed on my wingers, I also will train some speed, but mostly aerial passing and stamina first. When it comes to goalies, this year I'm gonna try a new strategy to never send him to any training camp, so he gets more experience until he's 18. I'm gonna see how that plays out. This will only go for players that does not have HB4 in keeping, because if they have that, I still want to maintain their potential. A fun fact regarding this keeper, that it has 3 already. He started with 2 when he came to the club, but as you see here, he doesn't really have any potential in keeping. Since it takes so long time to get keeping attributes gains, I'm taking a gamble that he's gonna get at least 6. It's a gamble, but that's what I'm gonna do. And even though he has really decent high potential here, I decided this because to have 1 star in play intelligence always drags down the price. So even if he gets maybe 9 speed, 9 stamina, 9 tackling, he won't go for like 20 million Swedish crowns. It will be lower because of this low potential. And since he trained fast in keeping, let's see how fast he trains. Like 5 most of the times for green. Yeah, pea pies. No, yeah. You see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when you count them out, and that's with a trainer. I have trainers on all my youths. I think that's super, super, super important. So that's why I picked him. So sometimes the road to a good youth team doesn't really need to be dictated by the stars of the players of the scout report. And yeah, that's how I think regarding that when it comes to my youth team. But let's say I go to a place where I have some HB4 players. I'm actually gonna turn on my script now to show it off better. I'm gonna refresh the page, and I'm gonna take my 17 years old. Okay, so this player is, I have done some notes here. I'm gonna try to max out speed and stamina to see his potential with play intelligence and passing, and also try to get some tackling and aerial passing up. Why I do not train passing or play intelligence right now is to see his potential. I already know that it's going to be at least a 9-10 or a 9-10. So I know they will be good no matter what. And if we put down this in a MTT player, quickly, I just copy the first line, paste it, and shift enter and paste it again. And let's say now it looks like this, and we say he gains a few more attributes during his youth years. Maybe he looks something like this when he's 18, 19. So let's say he doesn't get any more anything more than this, and he's unmaxed there because it looks better, but he's maxed here. So this player will have, since it has a high potential, not trained, you know for a fact that he's guaranteed. Let's see, play intelligence 9, passing 9. So we know he's gonna look like that. We know that for a fact at least. And when people look at the transfer, hopefully they see, okay, he has 2 8s and he's already guaranteed 9s here. Then I only need to check ball control, and then maybe he's a good short pass player for me. So that's how I think. Try to check out the non-high potential first, because that gives so much value. This basically guarantees he's have 4 skills above 8, and if you only train passing and play intelligence, you only would know that 2 skills has gonna be 9 or more, and that gives a lot less information about the player. And yeah, that's my philosophy. And on average, I did a quick count on my finances. Average sales has been 19 million Swedish crown each season, not every third season, each season. And if we put this in here, so like 2 million euros, around that is my average each season, and I think that's pretty good compared to what I see other sales they get that maybe every second year or something. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, that's some numbers I get with this type of thinking overall. So I will post a link to the topic that I shown before on the football forum. But I think it's really nice that you can find these topics yourselves, like this I show you, because on the forums you can find so much good information. And it's also nice to see that it comes from new players and old players, and that you can verify it from several sources, because nobody knows exactly how Managerzone works. It's always a little bit of how I like to play the game, or how your friend likes to play the game. So just because I said something, it's not 100% true. It's just my interpretation of what we have been given here. And I hope with this thinking, it can both progress your way of making more money and to progress your own youth team. It's super fun because everybody is competing on the same terms. And it's a lot of planning that goes into getting a really good youth team. Okay, so I think I'm done for today. I'm pretty happy that I got 1 player in to my youth squad. I only have 2 more to change now, hopefully. And the next episode I do, I think I will start go in some more depth on how to copy tactics. You also have a topic here if you want to check it out now. I'm gonna follow this guide basically and just show it how it's done. Haven't really used it myself, but I just tested it today. And then I will show how to scout your opponents. And after that I will go more in depth on some tactics that works on different levels. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section or just contact me on Managerzone. I am almost online every day and try to help everybody that has a question. Okay, that was all for today. Thank you and see ya.